Reggie here again, the Cadillac Gamer, and I'm here to talk about Game Boy games. Recently, I've become a part of a forum called the Game Boy Collectors on Facebook, uh, and the popularity of this forum has skyrocketed. The guy who started it, Keith Sumner, a really dedicated Game Boy collector, started a group probably not even too long ago, maybe even maybe 6 months ago, I believe, and it has just skyrocketed with people helping each other out, trades, information, stuff like that. But what this video I want to do is I want to show off pretty much all my Game Boy games, and just a brief summary about the games, talk a little bit about them. Personally, my favorite Game Boy system is the Game Boy Advance, hands down. That's my favorite. Close to that would be the Game Boy Color. Regular Game Boy, yes, but there's not that many titles I like on it because a lot of them are watered down, but it's still a great system. There's still a couple games I'm looking for that system. But I'm just going to go over a couple games, well, all the games I have, and just share with you guys. So this is for the Game Boy's Collector's Forum. First game, Legend of Zelda. Oh gosh, you cannot even see that with the glare. I hope you can see it. Yep. Alright, Oracle of Ages. Really good game. It's a mirror game of another game, which is Oracle of Seasons, The Legend of Zelda. I played this one mostly. Haven't played Oracle of Ages yet, but either one I know you can play in a certain order, or maybe different things happen. I haven't really got into them yet, but pretty much I almost have all the Zelda games that were put on the Game Boy, at least the newer ones. I don't have the classic series, which is the Nintendo games, which I feel I don't need on the Game Boy because I would rather play on the system. Next game, Zelda Dx. I have these protective cases around it because, to protect the box and everything, so sorry if it's a little bit shiny at first. But I got this game in Christmas of '98. I think some of you guys saw me post a picture on the forum, and my mom had surprised me with this. She had got me a Game Boy Color Purple and this game, so I was pretty much set. Very happy. I beat this game. I never played the original one. Maybe I should get that one, I'm not sure, but if I have this one, I think I'm golden. Very good game. Probably my third favorite Zelda game. I got this Zelda game because of the 4-player co-op mode. I had no idea it came with Link to a Past, which was just an extra bonus, so that was really cool. So I was happy about that. Probably my second favorite Zelda game of all time. I've been looking for this game complete for a long time, and I skipped so many opportunities. The last 3 years, it was at this place. I forgot what it's called. They were selling it complete for $30, and you know how games go up when resellers hack up the prices. So now this game's going for almost maybe $80 to $100. But I was lucky, and a nice guy hooked me up for $50, and I hopped on it. Summon Night. Gosh, this game kind of reminds me of the Tales games with the battle system a little bit. I haven't really got into them yet, but I plan on it. Atlas they pick quality stuff to put out, so one of the reasons I got it is because of Atlas, so I hope to play that soon. Just to knock it out, because I saw it at a cheap on the event. I got the sequel because I knew I was going to like the first one, so I figured I would like the sequel as well. I want to have a continuing story, because I already like the game. You gotta have Mario Brothers 3, especially an advanced version of it. Mario 3 is probably my favorite Mario game of all time. I think this blows Mario World out the water, but a lot of people could disagree with me on that. I like this one has I think it has better suits and stuff like that, better level design. I like Mario World too, but this one this is my Mario game of choice. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. I got this. I remember walking to Kmart to get this with some friends. Picked it up. It's Super Mario Brothers, so it's like, gosh, I've played that game so many times. It's hard to really like it that much. But there's a way to unlock the lost levels on here, which is really cool. I forgot how to do it. I think I already have it unlocked. And there's another mode where there's a race mode, which is pretty cool. So definitely a good game to have if you could find it on cheap. This is the only Mario Party game I have, Mario Party Advance. I played it briefly and it has some pretty cool little mini games in it, so that was a good buy, I figured. Mario and Luigi's Partners of Time. Got this for I think $10, complete in box, but it's a little beat up. But that doesn't bother me. I just probably get another case for it to protect it over the years I have it. I heard good things about it, so I'm looking forward to playing it one of these days. Hopefully pretty soon, maybe. Mario Kart Advance. I actually have 2 games in here, and I had a friend over, and I hooked up the link cable because I have a Retro Advance, which is a device where you could play Game Boy games on your Super Nintendo or whatever system, like a Retron 3 that emulates or plays Super Nintendo games. And you could play on a TV, and I could play on the TV, and he could play on his Game Boy that he has. And it's just fun seeing these type of games in 2 players because you never see these type of games in 2-player mode for Game Boy. It's just rare that somebody actually pulls out a link cable and says, hey, let's play this game. Mario Golf, which I heard good things about. I heard this could link up with the GameCube version, which I have, so looking forward to getting to that one of these days. Another one of my favorite Mario games, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. This was the first introduction of Wario. I don't know if you guys seen that commercial where Wario was like trying to hypnotize you. It's pretty creepy. I was actually watching it the other day, but definitely one of my favorite Super Mario Brothers games. Mario Land 1. Weird, this is the PAL version of it because it comes with a different plastic inside. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Let me just give you guys show you guys briefly. It comes like that. So, whoa, game came out. I'll pick that up later. But yeah, Mario Land 1, pretty cool game. I like Mario Land 2 better, but this one's cool to have too. Game & Watch Gallery 2. I got this game for like $5 at Half Price Books. Half Price Books, they price their items off Amazon, so a lot of these aren't complete in box, so they go off the loose price, and I think that's why I got it for that cheap. Columns. I remember playing the original on the Genesis briefly because I thought it was going to be like Tetris, but it plays differently. You actually have to match up the colors and the jewels, the right jewels, which is kind of the same as Tetris, maybe. I don't know. Pretty cool game though, decent. So I got it for maybe $5-10 back in the day. Another one I got from a local store called Owl's Music and Games. Got this one for $5, which is pretty rare to get something at a good price at that store because they have everything overpriced, or it's just pretty crazy. But this was cool. This comes with Mighty Final Fight Strider and Bionic Commando. Those are some of my favorite games, especially Bionic Commando. I had that in 3rd grade and I beat it around that time. Metroid Fusion. Heard good things about this game. I'm just getting into Super Metroid. I ignored the Metroid series. My buddy, when we were like teenagers, we were kids, he would always tell me Metroid is so good. And I was like, hey man, what are you talking about? I don't think it's that cool. But after playing it myself finally after all these years, I see what he's talking about. That game starts out intense, and this one is just as good. Looking forward to playing that. I need to get the Zero game complete though. I had it before loose, but I like my games complete because I've actually lost some Game Boy games loose, and I just got tired of having them like that. Next game is Yoshi's Tipsy Turby. Is that what it? Yeah, Turby. Played it briefly. It seems cool. It's gimmicky, so you know it's like that Kirby's Tilt and Tumble that came out for the Game Boy Advance. I think, or Color. I can't remember, but I'll play it someday. Pretty cool to have. I got it on the cheap. So wow, we're really winding down here. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm not gonna even try right now. But you guys know what this game is. It's like a shmup type shooter. Well, this one's like Star Fox, kind of like it looks like it plays like a Star Fox game. Haven't got into it yet, but I got this for like $4 or $5. One of my good friends, Ben, gave me this game at an event we were at. We were doing some kind of trade, and he threw this in. It was sealed and everything, but you know I don't collect seals, so I had to open everything up. That's why like collecting sealed stuff is just pointless to me. But very cool game, pretty unique. Thanks a lot, Ben. Another game I thought was going to be really good. 720. The Game Boy one is the controls are pretty crazy. Like they're really, I don't know, like fast paced. Like they're really out of sync. I mean, the game could have been good, but I don't know. This is my second time owning it. I bought it for $5 in another event that happened this year. My first time I had it, I was in the military during the time I had a Metal Gear, and I bought those. Those are the two games I had while I was in there, and yeah. But I thought it was gonna be cool to have because I like 720 was pretty popular back in the day. Pac-Man Special Colored Edition. This one comes with the Tetris version of Pac-Man, which is called Pac-Attack, and it came with I think just regular Pac-Man. Pretty cool, just for those old school gamers. Here's the original Pac-Attack for the Game Boy. Got that complete. Very cool game. Crazy Racers is like it's basically, this came out like at the beginning of the Game Boy Advance's life cycle. This was before Mario Kart, and this is a really good game, just as good as Mario Kart. I have 2 copies of it, so to link them up just to see how cool it is. But really cool game. I think it's based off the Mystical Ninja, and yeah, just if you find this game, just pick it up. It's worth having in your collection, especially if you're a race fan. Lufia. I've heard so many good things about Lufia, especially for the Super Nintendo, so I wanted to give this a try. I bought this a few months ago. I haven't got a chance to play it yet, but hopefully I'll get a chance to play it soon. Who knows? I mean, so many games, you just not caught up, but I'm sure I'll play it soon. We'll see how it goes. I got this at an event, Fire Emblem. This is the only Fire Emblem game I have. I'm looking forward to playing it. A friend gave me a good deal on it. I think we did a trade or something like that. So this one's good to have complete. Tactics Ogre, excuse me. Another good game I heard about. Haven't played it all the way through yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it one of these days. Oh, glare on me. I don't know if this is better. No, it doesn't matter. Keep going. We can't stop now. Lunar. A guy on the board just recently, he ordered this game and he was asking us a lot of questions about it. Definitely a great game to have, especially complete. I was very impressed when I first got it because it changed a lot of the stuff in the PlayStation version for the better, and it actually gave you some extra special moves to make the game easier. So it definitely worth at least $30 at the most to pay for it complete. Yagura Union. Geez, this game is I want to say this game reminds me of a Dragon Force for the Sega Saturn. It comes close, I would think, but it's different because it has a card-based elements. I won't go too much into it because I haven't beat it in years. I actually haven't beat this one. I beat the PSP version about 5-6 years ago. So definitely cool game to have. Again, another Atlas game that they published. You know, they put out quality stuff, good stuff. They don't put out garbage. At least none that I've heard of. Definitely a good one to get. Tales of Phantasia, the first in the series. Looking forward. I've actually played it on the Super Nintendo. The PSP one, which I got a modded version in English from a friend. Decent, pretty, you know, I've gotten far in that one, so it was hard for me to play the other one so far. But who knows? We'll see how it goes. I might play this one day or not. But I just like having all the Tales games because Tales is probably my favorite RPG series. They keep everything pretty much the same. Riviera, another one I like a lot. This game, I beat the PSP version, but I didn't beat the Game Boy Advance version. PSP version had a lot of enhancements and stuff like that. But very unique game. It's not like your traditional RPG. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you want to look up information on it, check out a YouTube video or maybe a gameplay, but it's pretty unique. Harvest Moon. I got this on the cheap. I think I got the box first and the game later, so I kind of pieced it together. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna keep this one. It's not my type of game. It's just I think the reason I got it because I felt like I was rescuing it because it was in a spot where it was like gonna get messed up. and I felt like I was, kind of rescuing the game out of the situation. Maybe I could trade it to somebody one day. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll like it. I hope I pronounce this right, but Sema, the enemy. I recently just got this game. I haven't really played it. Oh, let me hold it up better. And I haven't heard too much about it. It might be one of those lost RPGs that not that many people have played. Well, hopefully I'm going to get to play it soon. On the back here, I'm reading that GameSpy gave it best of E3 2003. So, wow, this game is 11 years old. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Another game I've beaten on the Game Boy Advance, Sword of Mana. This is actually a remake. Sword of Mana is actually a remake of the first Secret of Mana game, which came out in America. It was called Final Fantasy Adventure. But if you have a choice to get out of the games, definitely get this one. This one is, I would say, it's close to Secret of Mana good. I haven't played Secret of Mana 3, which they call Secret of Mana 2. Oh, it gets all mixed up, but you guys will figure it out. Good game. Oh man, we're winding down here. Or at least it seems like it. Mole Mania. Haven't played too much of it yet. It's maybe like a Pac-Man type game. Played it briefly a while ago. Seems pretty good. Not really too sure, but I think it is. I mean, I bought it, so it must be decent enough. Final Fantasy Tactics. I bought this game when I was in the military, and I let my buddy borrow it, and he beat it, and then gave it back to me. And then I lost interest in playing it, so I had sold it. But I recently saw it cheap. I got it cheap at an event. I think I got it for like $15, so I decided just to have it again because it was pretty cool. I liked it at the time, even though I only played it briefly. Good to have, I think. Final Fantasy Legend 2. I wanted to get the other ones, but I'm not sure yet. This seems like a cool game. I don't know if I'm going to keep it yet, but it's complete, and I got it on the cheap, so I'll give it. Maybe I might try it one day. If not, you'll see it on the forum for trade or sell. Gradius. I was very happy to get this one. This is a unique one to the Game Boy Advance with its own story and gameplay. I played it briefly though, so I can't really tell you too much about it. But what I did play was good, and obviously, if I'm showing you these games, I think they're good. Honestly, even though I haven't had that much information about some of them, I feel that they are good, and that's why I bought them mainly. Sigma Star, Saga. Excuse me, I didn't finish it. Very happy about this game. This is a SMUT and an RPG in one. Like, it has a SMUT part where you're like trying to get to another place. You get to play like a shooter, and the other part is like a RPG type adventure. Very unique, cool game. Glad I have it. This was sealed, but of course, like with sealed stuff, I open it. So I recommend it. I think it's pretty cheap. Advanced Guardian Heroes. I used to have Guardian Heroes for the Sega Saturn, but I had recently sold all my Saturn stuff about a year ago. I like the Guardian Heroes series, but I wanted it on a system that I'm going to have in my collection, honestly. Guardian Heroes wasn't worth keeping my Saturn for, so eventually I got the Xbox Live version, so I guess I still have the game. This is a semi-sequel. It's good, but it's hard. I actually was playing with a friend with 2 players, and that was actually pretty unique. I'm going to do a video about 2-player co-op on this game pretty soon. But yeah, I think it's a decent game. A complete box worth about $20, I think. If you can find it cheaper, even better. Crystalis. I haven't got in this yet. I got it from a friend's store. On the cheap. I heard good things about the Nintendo version one. I'm not so sure about this one yet. This is like a sequel or probably a remake. I heard some people had some gripes with this, but I'm not too sure about that, what they were yet. I think it's going to be good either way. Maggie Nation. Haven't played this yet, but I found it cheap at a store. I was going to trade a friend for it, but I think the trade fell through. We lost interest or something. And then he wanted the box, but I usually don't like just give up the box and stuff like that. I want to give up the whole thing. But decent game from what he told me, and it's worth having. So I look forward to trying it out one day. Wow, it seems like we're winding down, but it's like, yeah, I think we are. Gosh, this video is like 20 minutes already. Gunstar Superheroes, the best sequel to one of the best games on Genesis. The only downfall of this game is not 2 players, but it is a worthy sequel by far, and it's still pretty cheap too from what I hear. I think you can still get it complete for maybe 15-20 bucks, so check it out if some resellers haven't hiked up the price for it yet. Metal Slug Advance. I had a lot of fun with this Metal Slug game. Very unique, exclusive to the Game Boy Advance, so it's got its own story and stuff like that. It's not 2 players, but that's okay. You know, it doesn't really need to be, I guess. But lots of fun. So you can find this complete or even single. You know, grab it. You can find it loose cart for about 10 bucks. Rayman 3 I just got recently. Haven't really got into it yet, but it plays similar to, I would guess, the regular Rayman games. But one of these days I hope to play it. Wade Hickson's Counterpunch. If you're a fan of any kind of Punch-Out game, this game is a worthy game. I mean, seriously. This should have been a sequel, and not a lot of people know about this game. You can find a complete copy for 10 bucks. I mean, a complete 15 at the most. If you see this game, it's even less than 10 bucks. I think I got one for 5 bucks at one time. Pick this game up if you see it. It is excellent. I recently got this Ghosts and Goblins for the Game Boy Color. I can't stand the Ghosts and Goblins on Nintendo. This one plays a lot better. It seems smoother and it's more zoomed in. But when you're playing a Ghosts and Goblins game, just get ready to get upset. I mean, it's I don't even like talking about it. Tetris Dx, got this on the cheap from a friend's store. I think about 10 bucks complete. Only downfall about this game, at least I don't know if there's a secret, but I like the original Tetris's music, and this one had some kind of other music that I didn't really care for. So maybe I'll discover it later. Pokey and Rocky. I got Pokey and Rocky 1 and 2. I figured this one, might as well get this one because they're not making games like this anymore, so I want to kind of have them because I actually like Pokey and Rocky 2 a lot. It's one of my favorite games on the SNES. Astro Boy. I actually picked the PS2 version over this one because they came out at the same time, I believe, and I had no idea this one was so good. This is one of the best games. It's made by Treasure, which is the people who made Guardian Heroes and Gunstar Heroes. So it's pretty unique game, very good. I must own. Mega Man and Bass. I don't know what to say about this one. Playing as Bass is cool, but if you're gonna play as Mega Man, it seems like the game wasn't designed to be played as Mega Man. It's like they threw him in towards the end, and they didn't really check it out because this game could get pretty tough. There's like no energy pallets to pick up. Like I don't know. It's different, but hey, if you see it, it's a Mega Man game. You know, pick it up. Both Mega Man Extreme games. I love these games. Mega Man X is my favorite series out of the Mega Man games, so these were must-buys for me, and I wasn't disappointed. Got their own unique stories, some new robot masters, stuff like that. Cool to have. Metal Gear Solid. This one is a sequel to the Nintendo version. I think it's the Japanese computer Nintendo. I don't remember, but it's a sequel to one of the regular Metal Gears. It's like this one cancels out Metal Gear Solid that we got for PlayStation. This one replaces it with its own story. Really cool game. Lots of good story, dialogue, good boss battles, music. Very cool Metal Gear Solid game. If you can find it at all, pick it up. Oh, Gargoyles, I just got this. This one was a little bit difficult to get. This is one of the ones that I pieced together. I had the game already, and then some guy was selling the box, so I went ahead and picked up the box online. I told my friends that I picked it up at a Value Village store, but it's all good. So Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts Advance. This is like the Super Nintendo one mixed with the game with the Genesis version. I think that's really cool. It has some new monsters in it. Very cool to have. I actually prefer the Super Ghouls and Ghosts over Ghosts and Goblins because I think it's a lot easier. Drill Dozer. This one I almost didn't find out about. I'm glad I did. Very unique, fun game. I played it briefly, but I'm going to get into it more later. Sonic Advance 3, probably one of my favorite Sonic Advance games. Definitely this one is cool. I still have it sealed. I had an opened one, but I have a sealed one that should open soon when I get back into this game. Then there's the other Sonic Advance games. Pretty cool games. River City Ransom, I got this from a friend. Very cool. I like this one because it actually has a computer 2-player mode in it, so you always have a partner helping you out. Very cool. Double Dragon Advance. This is like Double Dragon 1 and 2 put into one game with the story modes. Very cool how they did this. I like it a lot. You have so many good moves in it, and if you could get another one person to play 2 players with, it's pretty insane. Like, this game is so much fun. Very good port. Well, not a port. It's actually a remake of the first 2 games. Double Dragon 3 on the Game Boy. It's guys, I don't even know what to say. It's cool because it's Double Dragon. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. And of course, Double Dragon 1. I like that one a lot. Cool game. Alien Hamid. I got this game at a store for $20. It's a PAL version, and I was playing it last night, and it's actually a really good port of a game. They did a good job on this game. Very fun. It plays like Metal Slug Contra type games, so if you like those running guns, definitely pick that one up. Advance Wars. I played the first one. I just recently got the second one, and these games are a lot of fun. I heard these were the games that they were actually called Game Boy Wars in Japan or something like that, I think. And they changed the name over here for some reason. But anyways, very good games, very addictive. Super Puzzle Fighter, very good game. Like Tetris, kind of. I don't even know how to. I wouldn't say it's like Tetris. It's like more like columns, I guess. But as you go through the game and as you're like breaking up pieces, like the fighters hit each other, so it's kind of cool. Street Fighter Alpha 3. This was actually the first alpha version I know of to add extra characters from Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter 3, the real Street Fighter 3, like Fight for the Future, Yan and Yang, and some exclusive characters. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played it, but it's pretty unique. Alright, we're almost done here. I know I keep saying that, or I don't know if I said that before yet. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Reveal. Good game. The thing I noticed about this one, even though you only have 4 buttons, so the game's kind of handicapped, they changed a lot of the backgrounds for stages. Like Ken's stage on this game looks really cool. It's like he's fighting on the street, and there's like a jazz band in the background, or like a picture of a jazz musician. It's pretty cool. King of the Fighters, both versions. EX2 is way better, and the first one's good too. These are 2 of my favorite fighting games on the system. If you can find them, pick those up. Excellent games. All right, we're down to the last stack. Thank goodness, because I'm getting thirsty. Well, I'm gonna keep going. Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. My least favorite Castlevania out of the Game Boy Advance, just because I don't know. It's just something felt off about this one. One of my friends said to pick it up again and try it, but I probably will soon. This is probably my favorite Castlevania on the system. Harmony of Destiny. I think I pronounced it right. I beat this one multiple times. Got the good ending and the bad. It's my favorite one, and you get to play as a Belmont, which makes me happy. This one is probably the best one on the system, though. Area of Sorrow. I hear nothing but good things about this one. I actually beat this one. I still like the other one better, but this one is a better game, but I like the other one better. Let's say, put it like that. Oh, you can't go wrong with Kirby games. Both my Kirby games for the Game Boy Advance. This one is a remake of the first Kirby in Dreamland game, and this one is its own unique title. Very cool game, Amazing Mirror and Return to Dreamland is what it is. Oh, Nightmare in Dreamland. Very cool to have. I'm in the Kirby phase right now. So here are two of my other Kirby games that I recently just got. Thanks a lot, Patrick, with this one. And I got this one from my friend Ben, who hooked it up. So finally happy to have those. I got this one from a store, the Block Battle. It plays like I forgot what the game is called, where the bar goes around at the bottom and you bounce things back up at it. I forget. You guys will probably know. Very cool game to have. And now we're down to the last three. Whew. Tang Tang. I picked this game. I found out about this game because I was playing on the emulator, and they had the arcade game in there, and the arcade game was really cool. So I thought I'd try this one version out. This one is good, but the music is not as good as the arcade version. And then sometimes if the music is catchy, it'll help you play a game more because at least the music is catchy. But still worth the price I paid for it. I got this one for $10. I don't know if you guys know Doc NES. He's on the forum as well. He told me about this game at a convention and told me about how it plays like Metal Slug, and it's basically like a copy of Metal Slug. So I picked this up off eBay for $10. I saw the second one on there. I'll probably get the second one after I do this video because I think I saw it pretty cheap too. But what I played of it, he's right. It's a really good game. It's definitely a clone, but it's a good one. And there's nothing wrong with a good clone. Last game that I have, and that's Clona 2. I have the first two on the PlayStation 1 and PS2. I beat this one a long time ago. It has all the unique charm if you played the other ones before it. Very good game. It's I would say it's not as heartwarming as the first two games, but this one's more I don't know how to say it. It's cool, but the other ones are could get sad though when I played them. It's pretty crazy, but anyways, good game. Pretty cheap. I think the first one on the Game Boy, I forgot what it's called, Empire of Dreams maybe, or I don't remember, but people are hiking up the price on that one, so I haven't yet to find a complete copy of that one. So anyways, guys, this is pretty much my conclusion. Well, almost conclusion. 3 more games here, single games. As Your Dreams. This one has some more writing on it, but I have another one coming in the mail right now. As Your Dreams is a game that came out on the PS1, and this is just a stripped down version of that one, portable. And I have 2 copies of Double Dragon 2. I'm looking for a complete box for this one, and that'll probably be my last game that I really have for the Game Boy that I want to get. So anyways, guys, it's been cool sharing this video with you guys. I hope you guys maybe find something informative about this, and maybe stuff to talk about. Not sure. I'm very happy to be a part of the forum. A lot of you guys I've met already, and I think this forum is going to be something big. It's already big, and it's getting bigger. So Keith, man, you did a great job creating this for us, man. I really appreciate that. And this is the end of my video, so you guys take care, and we will talk later.